a huge challenge because they have a customer that legally couldn't share information between users from two products, and now they can. But the problem is in each project they have a different ID, and now they want to have a new ID and merge the two projects in Amplitude.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's definitely not an easy change. It does require a lot of engineering resources and a lot of careful consideration when you're changing your user IDs, right? If I had to give a recommendation, I would say if it's not a huge legal concern, try not changing your user ID. When you change a user ID, it's always a new Amplitude ID with an Amplitude, right? So you are creating a new profile. There's no way around that. If the change is unavoidable and you have to go forward with that, the way to do that would be an aliasing API that Amplitude offers. The aliasing API essentially allows you to link two users together, right? You're navigating or moving from one specific format for user ID to another. What you'll need to have on your site is a list of the mapping. What's the old user ID? What's the new user ID? If you have that mapping, you can use the aliasing API, which essentially allows you to link those two users together. Again, even with the aliasing API, there are challenges. When you link the two users together, the older profile will have a set of properties. The new profile will not have the same set of properties. If you're building any charts, the aliasing API applies query time. So we will pull the latest user properties in your chart results. But if you search for a user and look at that user's profile in user lookup, you won't see the older user properties on that profile. If you want to take that extra step, you can also send identify requests on the new user ID to make sure the older user properties are copied over. So it's a pretty long and extensive process. You will definitely have those duplicate user profiles. The only impact query time is for new users. If you use the new users event in Amplitude or the new users default in Amplitude, that will always show the duplicate counts. So if you have an older profile, if you have a new profile, it will count as a new user. Now, so that's the only drawback in terms of queries. Other than that, all queries are kind of retroactively fixed to count the aliasing as a single user.
Thank you very much.